If you saw my last video, you probably noticed that things were out of sequence. In my defense, I had crossed the international date line, and I suck at math. So, we will make this one the official day 11 of 14 days to a renewed mind. For this one, we're going to take a look at surrendering our brokenness. And that should spark a question. If I have a way of dealing with my brokenness, why wouldn't I do it? Because to deal with it means that I have to face my brokenness. And no matter how put together I want others to think I am still quite broken. A little while back, I had an amazing conversation with Kelly Fabian, author of the book Holy Vulnerability, and she talked about the practice of surrendering to God. There was another line that I wanted to touch on from the book that I thought was so good, and you said, "We don't save ourselves, but once we are saved in the most fundamental of ways, Jesus invites us to join him in the larger healing of our brokenness." And it's like, okay, that may have to be framed and put on the wall back here, because I feel like I could read that every day as a reminder that he's waiting. I know he's waiting, and I know he's willing. Who's stopping that intrinsic, deep, amazingly physical and emotional connection with God? That's on me. It's only on me.
But that said, we are far more often in the compartmentalization sort of camp than we are in, oh, you've spent too much time on your connecting with God. So I think it is such a good practice to start with that surrender piece, even if it's not the whole bodily practice, but just sort of in the morning, reminding yourself, gosh, Jesus is there waiting. He's inviting, those invitations, which I talk about in the first book in Sacred Questions, it's all he is in some sense. Invitation, come, be with me, walk with me, let me do this, let me do that. And if we are open to that, it's so much more than being saved. It's part of being, in this incredible redemptive plan that God is carrying out as we talk.
Matthew 5:3 says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Surrendering your brokenness to God is saying, God, I am broken, and without you, I will stay that way. That confession is another way of renewing your mind, because by doing so, we admit our dependence on God. And by doing so on a regular basis, we are reminded that He is our source for everything. I'll see you in the next one.